Hey there, I'm Ryan, founder of Marvelous Lights. Customers always ask us, what is the process for our permanent light installs from start to finish? Well, that's why we're here in beautiful Charlotte, North Carolina at a farmhouse, and we're gonna go over everything it takes to do a permanent light install. From the planning to the prep to the install and even the programming at the end, you're gonna learn about how all of that happens. I'm here with my operations manager, Elliot Vickers. Elliot, how's it going? He's gonna show you and be your guide today on everything install.
Hey guys, I'm Elliot, the operations manager here at Marvelous Lights. We're in Charlotte, North Carolina today, getting set up on a beautiful farmhouse that my guys are getting prepped to install for. As you can see behind me, they're getting set up, getting our ladders prepped, our lights prepped, and we'll walk you through our installation journey. All right guys, so next we're gonna go over our estimate sheets. When our estimators come out to take a look at your house the first time, they make one of these, which they then pass on to myself and our installers. So the night before our jobs, we always go over these and plan out your install. That way we have all the data and information already prepped and ready so that when we get to your home, we can jump right to it. So the estimate sheet is important to us because it allows us to get the correct measurements and planning that we need to do to make sure that we avoid any data interruptions or dimming on your home so that we can get the best possible outcome for your lighting experience. All right, so come with me and we'll take a tour on the house and we'll kind of show you everything that we have going on. So aside from the technical aspects of planning these installs, we like to put ourselves in the shoes of the homeowner. So we like to envision you're coming home, coming down the driveway. The first thing you're going to see is this part of the house. So we have already pre-wired this dormer through the attic. So there's going to be no visible wires on the outside of this house. Coming up, you're going to be walking beside this bump out. We've already pre-wired it as well. So this whole walkway is going to be illuminated. So each night when you come home, you don't have to worry about being in the dark. This gable, all this is going to be illuminated. We're going to feed our wires from this soffit to this one, so there'll be no visible wires whatsoever. So when guests come in, they're going to be wondering how all this is getting power, which we've already pre-planned in our planning phase. We're to put power supplies. So we do everything we can to make these installs as seamless as possible. So if we can avoid it, there will never be any wires showing on your home. So walking down through here to the front door, you will have a perfectly illuminated walkway every single night. Like the homeowner's never gonna have to worry about coming in and being in the dark, especially out here in the middle of the country. There's no street lights, anything like that. So your house will always be a beacon to everyone driving by. When you have guests coming over, just tell them to look for the house that's lit up with Marvelous Lights. So these lights, you're never really gonna see them unless you're looking for them or they're turned on. Here we have soffit that doesn't have any lights installed yet. And here's soffit that does have lights installed. The color matching that we do is about as 100% accurate as we can get. All right, so now we're going to go over here to a more hidden section of the house to show you some of the details that we pay attention to over here at Marvelous Lights. So up here on this gable, we were installing that tracking up there, and then we noticed it was ending before that third light. So we tweaked the tracking up there to include an extra light. That way you don't have a little bit of a dim spot at the very top of that peak. And then over here, where this bends, I've seen some of our competitors, they'll take two pieces of tracking and basically just butt them together. We take and bend the tracking to give it as much of a seamless look as we can to make that flow of the tracking look as professional as possible. So coming around to the other side of this house, we have one of our power supplies that we've already mounted that powers each of the Gemstone systems. So this sends power to all the lights. This controls all the lights. Gemstone power supply is built to be waterproof and weatherproof. So it will have no issues being mounted on the outside of a home. So come around to the back of the house. Our installers have already put up tracking across the whole back of this house. As you can see, this blends in so well in the daytime that you'll never even notice that they're here unless you're looking for them. So we're about 30 feet away from the home, downhill, looking up at the house. You can hardly even tell that there are any lights on the home. So one thing that we do here at Marvelous Lights that sets us apart from other competitors with our tracking system, when we cut the tracking, we cut it in a way, those two peak lights are going to be perfectly symmetrical. So we take the tracking, slide it up under the fascia of your home, then we secure it with color match screws on this side. One other thing we do that sets us apart is we drill two holes on both sets of soffit to feed it through and not over. That way you have a truly seamless installation on your home. All right, guys. So we're here in the attic of this install, and I want to show you all a little bit of some of the pre-wiring that we do on these homes. up above these rafters. I've taken the wires, ran it from inside the soffit into the house, up above everything, along the wall, down, and over to our power supply. This is the same power supply that we have outside. So we have 4 power cables and 3 data cables. 2 of these power cables power the lower section of the home, and the other 2 power the 2 dormers and the bump out beside the garage. I'm up here in the attic of this home, so we're right above the garage. You see this hole we drilled from below in the soffit, which is now covered by the tracking. We have our power cable running from the power supply into the tracking to power this section above the garage. We also have another hole over here from one soffit transition to this one. We fed our data cable through it so the house continued to flow. All of it hidden by the tracking, which makes for a seamless install. So we've just finished up this install. Took us about a day and a half. My guys knocked it out of the park. Come with me as we take a look at it. Coming over here to this dormer over the garage. Like I say, we ran everything through the attic, so there are no visible wires showing whatsoever. Over this garage, they're going to come home every night to an illuminated space. Coming around to the front of the home, we've got this bump out and this gable, perfectly illuminating this walkway to the front door. The lights are perfectly symmetrical from the top down. It also perfectly illuminates this gable brace, which highlights the aesthetic on the home. Walking up to this front door, be perfectly illuminated. Coming around to the far side of the house, perfectly blends in with any other electrical box that you have on your home. It's lit up with the Gemstone Lights logo so that you know that it's always powered on. I mean, coming around to the back of the house, they're grilling, cooking out, anything, just hanging out with their friends. Perfect illumination. They can set the mood to any holiday, anything they like. All right, guys, so we finished up. We've got the homeowner outside. I'm going to show her how to use the app. Hey, Ashley, so we're going to go through the app. I'm going to show you how to use the Gemstone system on your home. So right here, tap right here. It'll pull up the whole system. Here in the top left, you got your color selector. So whenever you pick something, it will change the home.
Yeah.
You've also got coming down through. All of these are in alphabetical order. So Halloween's going to be in the H's. Pretty self-explanatory. So you can just play around with those. I tell everyone the first night or two, just come outside, play with it, get to learn the system, and find your favorite patterns.
Thank you for watching this video. If you'd like to get these beautiful lights on your beautiful home, feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, or click a link below, and we'll reach out soon. Thank you.